Isn't that great of a? It's not that great of an exercise tool if you think about it.
No, it's pretty good. It's not
I
great
have
for
one.
upper arms, but it's good for wrists. No different than having one of those hand squeezer things. Yeah, I was married, jackass.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we're back with another Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. Seems like you were saying something when we started Lessons. Why don't you go ahead and tell us what you're talking about?
No, it's nothing. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
All right, just want to make sure we got everything out there. Anyway, we just got back from an episode where Hildy almost sacrificed her life trying to get the plans to the Death Star to the Gundam pilots.
But now we're going to have the Rescue the Princess mission.
Well, no, she's a queen.
No.
She's a former queen.
Not anymore. She got kicked. She got lost her job. She got fired by...
I mean, that doesn't matter.
Trey's, yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Well, for one thing, technically, when she led the Sank Kingdom, she was the queen there, too. Because that's a royalty scenario. So she was the queen of that, and then she lost the kingdom. Just because you are no longer the queen, you do not get demoted to princess. You said she's going to go rescue the princess.
She has no title in this case.
Yeah, well, then you're still wrong.
Yeah.
Let's say you don't get demoted to princess because you get lost the queen. You're just a former queen.
I mean, she's more like a prom princess, you know. Well, actually, it's a prom.
No, I think when you lose your royalty status, you just get referred to as your former highest status. So she's a former queen.
Yeah.
And you don't get demoted to princess. I don't think you would ever go from princess back to princess.
I mean, from queen back to princess.
No, I'm saying I'm talking about what you said. I don't think you go from princess, turn into something else, and then get back to going to be a princess. I mean, not unless you became the queen because you thought your mother was dead, and then your mother came back and she's still alive. I guess that's a scenario in which you might go back to being a princess. In which case, I think it's more likely that your mother just becomes the former queen and you stay queen.
Or the queen mother. I mean, that's probably the only thing that really happened last. What?
Sorry, you did the classic cocaine habit move.
Oh, the nose thing, yeah.
So I've been watching a lot of Sharp clips, and there's that one guy who's Wellington's sideman
with the little the snuff box.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, yeah, but he pours it on the that constantly.
Yeah. That kept him awake.
Well, I mean, his coat buttons up under another responsibilities.
And the only thing that really the episode really did was the whole Hilda thing, when you think about it, because everything else was kind of, oh, we have yet another battle. Let's send more troops to fight the Gundams. Why? Because it's
right, that's something I meant to bring up during the episode. The element that if you took into account that apparently the White Fang's forces are going to equal to the Romefeller forces, and that White Fang has just been sacrificing wave after wave after wave before Romefeller even showed up, that they would have well outnumbered Romefeller before they showed up here if they didn't just keep sacrificing. Which is weird, considering that their forces are made up of leftovers from Romefeller's space forces.
Yeah. Not that they ever actually make an accounting of how many forces they have out there. They never mention divisions or battalions or fleets or anything like that. Like, they don't even give you like a vague idea of, oh, we have this fleet here and that,
I mean, to be fair, Universal Century never does that either, except for Origin, the one time before they get to the Battle of Loom, and you see the readout on the screen of how many forces they're going to be sending.
No, but even I don't need specific numbers, because if you say, okay, I have this fleet and that fleet, it's like, oh, okay, so you have a vague sense of like there's a 7th fleet and an 11th
we already know that, though. That's the argument I gave you before when you're talking about logistics, and get that out of your mind for the element that Libra is all there is. The same way that Trace's forces just got that rock and everything they put there. It's one thing versus one thing.
All come down to, well, not this, because we're...
No, that was only the signs of the final battle.
Yeah, this is the decision of the final battle. And eventually we will get to a final battle.
It's the final countdown.
Yeah. So yeah, I was wrong when I said that we're speeding to the end. No, we're not.
Yeah, that's
As
what
you
I
pointed
said
out clearly.
then too.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it felt like they were. I mean, some things feels like, oh, we don't have time for this. We don't have time for this. It's like, what are you doing? Something. So you don't have any time for proper setup? Not
I mean,
really.
conceivably, the Peace Million's still in front of the Libra.
No, remember they went to they hid in the destroyed colony.
But it has to be somewhere now in the Libra, because we also know that the Peace Million blew out its engines.
Yeah, now they're repairing.
That has
That's what they
nothing to
hid
do
in
with
it
what
with
I
this.
just said. You
It
said
was
no,
going
they
to
went
attack
to the
the Libra.
colony because they're hiding in that thing. And I'm saying, yeah, they still have to be around the Peace Million. They fucking blew out their engines.
Yeah, they kind of got that
Also, the
far,
Peace
but I
Million
guess
is the same size as the Libra. So would it hide all the way there? It had to go from entirely visible in front of the Libra to, all right, let's park into this thing. They would have seen them moving the entire way.
yeah.
Why did
Apparently,
they
that's
even
what happened.
hide at that point? They should just. It would make more sense if these were behind the colony. All right, we're behind here. That wouldn't even make sense either. We've seen so many shots go through colonies.
Yeah.
Literally, they would just been better off just, okay, we're moving at a pace where we don't think the Libra can shoot at us. Well, they can't do that either. They blew up their engines.
Yeah, and the Libra can shoot wherever they are to Earth, right? So it's not like it lacks range.
Yeah, I'm just saying none of it makes sense.
And actually, if you
You're
park
the only one
in
wearing
a
glasses, so if you're going to
colony,
do that.
yeah, I got to do the bit actually. Then they just take the Libra's main gun and just blow away the rest of the colony. Oh, they're hiding the colony. Just destroy the entire what's left of the
Well, that's what
colony
I'm
with
saying. That would
one
be the
shot.
element if they were trying to hide behind it, too, like I said, because the element of trying to hide in it doesn't make any sense. Unless they're just trying to make sure that any of the
Camouflage.
dolls that come after them have to come from one angle, I guess, maybe. But that doesn't make any sense
But
either, because their only defense against the dolls is the Gundams, so the Gundams would have to launch from the inside of the colony.
and the dolls can just shoot through the colony anyway. So again, that wouldn't like you're here inside the colony, we shoot from here, it hit you. So yeah.
Again, for me, the biggest thing is just the element of they went and hid, but they would have been visible the entire way, so...
Yeah, because we don't have
The thing that we didn't see was them moving into position there, but again,
yeah.
Libra would just be there the whole time, just...
Yeah, there's no Minkowski particles here. There's jamming and stealth technology, but that's not the same
It doesn't
thing.
matter. They're as big
Yeah.
as the Libra. They're the two largest things in space right now.
Yeah.
I mean, other than the moon, obviously. The two largest man-made objects in space.
Third largest.
And not for nothing, the Peace Million is white. It stands out in the backdrop.
It actually, the colonies are bigger and they're man-made. So yeah, it's the third largest objects in space.
It's the second largest moving man-made object in space.
Oh well, that narrows it down. Yes. So I mean, again, it's like, oh, we are rushing to the end, right? The big battle is coming. Sure. Yeah. So let's see if this episode actually gives even more about actually something happening.
But before we get started,
Make sure that you hit the like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
on top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
Unfiltered.
Uncensored.
And uncut.
as well as some early access stuff,
You can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Oh boy.
You never
have
have
to talk
anything to
through
say,
this.
Lessons. You're never prepared
Oh,
for the
no.
opening.
Just
No, like I hesitated
through
to
it.
say anything for a bit to see if you'd cover, and you never
No, no.
start the conversation at the opening unless you came in with something already.
yeah, but I mean,
I
Kinda
never come
easy
in with
to
anything,
just-
so I always have to make it up on the fly. And yet, you're never ready for
by
it.
the way, is this it's interesting that shot was like you see rocks floating in the back. So is this a colony got hit and now he's sitting in the ruins? I don't know.
I don't know. Obviously,
Or-
the variable gravity of space and where people are and how that actually works Like, we never see the colonies moving.
No.
So it's never like centrifugal forces keeping everybody to the outside of the colony, even though they're designed like giant loops, so you'd think that'd be the case, but they're not
Yeah.
moving. Unless they're
So-
moving so... Sorry.
Slowly.
There's the no, it's not that they're moving so slow. The element that they might be so big that the speed of the motion just appears slow, so it's imperceptible to us, but they are moving.
I mean, it's like you wouldn't see the Earth at any one moment moving, we know it is moving.
Yeah, just the amount of force needed to keep that centrifugal outward push is such that the speed at which it needs to turn due to its size is so imperceptible.
巨大宇宙戦艦リーブラを完成させた。
ホワイトファンが
司令官ミリアルドピースクラフトは地球の排除を迫り、トレーズが率いる世界国家軍との全面戦争を開始する。アフターコロニー195年。
Which is also weird, because they said in one of the last 3 episodes that it's been over 200 years since they created the colonies, and it is after Colony 195. More and more that year doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
She took
I mean,
all my
depending on the
tomato
way
soup.
how you the inciting incident of the calendar is not the construction of the colonies.
After Colony
And-
195, it's been over 200 years. So there's some missing years there for it to be after Colony.
At least 5.
Over. So at least 6.
At least 6, yeah.
Meanwhile, remember, this is the officers' quarters. Quattro.
Yeah, the voice. Usually it's Hero's voice actor, so.
Well, Quattro's the leader now.
巨大戦艦リーブラの攻撃を受けた地球側は圧倒的な物量を持って
Oh, I haven't seen those in a while.
行おうとしていた。地球に最も
Oh no, he's broken the fourth wall.
MO2 には宇宙用リオを主戦力とした数千の機構モビルスーツ部隊が集結していた。
Well, those are
トレーズは
outdated.
自ら先陣に立つことを表明し、兵士たちの戦意は
I mean, unless they're the immortal Eos.
モビルスーツ部隊が巨大戦艦にどれほど対抗できるか。
How dare they? Also, who left all that dirt?
Well, I mean, I think that's rock. Oh, there we go.
Gato, was that you?
ホワイトファングの指導者ミリアルド・ピースクラフトも前線で戦っている。今回の出撃は彼に対する礼儀だと解釈すればいい。しかしよく覚えておきたまえ。礼節を忘れた戦争は殺戮しか生まないのだ。
Pretty sure a war with civility can still wind up with massacres.
Yeah. Especially if you think that the people you're fighting are not worth the civility that you're giving them, right? Like
Meanwhile,
knights
at
used to
General
slaughter a
Hospital-
lot of people. Yeah.
Cool, that was worth it. Remember
Reminded
Lady
that
Un? She's still in a coma.
ルクセンブルクに捨ててあった機体でしょ。ああ。しかし見事な機体だ。
But the original tall geese?
こんなものにブースターを取り付けても意味ないんじゃないですか。途中で放り投げるわけにはいかんだろうが。しかしね、こんな機体に乗れるやつはもう地球にはいないですよ。
No, the
the
original,
Zero one.
まったくどこ行っちまったんだヒーロー。回収したビルの輸送艇に乗ってったんだ。行き先は決まっている。だけどゼロを置いていきやがったんだぜ。素手でゼクスとやり合う気か。どんな方法
He'd lose.
あいつならやるだろう。
Yeah.
いえ、彼の目的がそれだけだとは思えませんね。
おいおい、まさかあ
Have
の
one
お
of
父さんを
those.
助けに行ったってのか。
ええ。
だとしたら俺はあいつを買いかぶっていたら。
Isn't that great of a it's not that great of an exercise tool if you think about it.
I mean, it's pretty good. It's not great for upper arms, but it's good for wrists. No different than having one of those hand squeezer things. Yeah, I was married, jackass.
Yeah.
あいつを追うなら早い方がいいんじゃないか。
今はピースミリオンの防衛力を減らすのはまずいです。それに二人のお邪魔をすることもないでしょう。
お前たちヒーローを信じてんだな。でもあいつだってしくじることはあるんだぜ。
Cool. Are we not a team? Why are you trying
Yeah.
to sow dissent, duo? Also, where's the grill?
Belly and grill. Wow.
Also, last time we saw that, they were sitting on the other side because the words were backwards before.
推進動力防衛備左舷方向打避難のため緊急デッキに入る。こちらリーブラブリッジ生存者を確認する。認識番号。
See, just let everybody on board, no matter where you're coming from.
おい待て。停戦せよ。おい。
God damn it, why does it take us 2 minutes to open fire on anybody? That's Hero. That's clearly Hero. Yeah. The one
Yeah.
person coming back from the smoke? Yeah.
Delete everything. Yeah.
See, it's the second time now.
落ち着け。こうなることはすでに予測していた。だが、私が思っていたよりかなり早かった。
That's how I'm going to address everything that happens in my life.
Yeah.
I predicted this would happen. Just happening a lot sooner than I would imagined.
私が出るしかあるまい。
潜入したものが何者かまだ確認は取れていませんが。
奴に違いない。ヒーローユインにな。
My sister's boyfriend?
Yeah.
It's difficult to figure out. She's gone from the officer's quarters to the officer's waiting room, I guess.
私はお兄様以外に話すことはありません。これ以上私に構わないでください。
そうはいかない。
Not very good at looking at the reflection in the window.
お前がここにいると、ノインたちの気持ちが鈍る。
あなたが来てくれるとは思わなかったわ、ヒーロー。
行くぞ。
待って、私にはまだ。
Said none of the
ゼ
fanfics.
クスか。気の済むようにしろ。俺もあいつに用がある。
Swoon.
I guess.
So he took the information that Hildy stole from Libra and brought it back to Libra.
役に立つ。奴は今、ブリッジにいないようだな。
お兄様の居場所。
可能性のある場所は数カ所しかない。
ヒーロー、やっぱりあなたって不思議な人ね。
Is he
お
though?
前ほどじゃない。
いいえ。
He is a Terminator.
私に
Uh-huh.
And you can tell what's happening with his eyes closed a lot.
きっと他の人にもそうなんでしょう。
何度も言わせるな。お前ほどじゃない。
私は
God, this hit the fucking screens in this show. It's like epilepsy.
Mm-hmm.
So they went from E1A to B7. You still my battleship. Or conversely, bingo.
Yeah.
But famously, bingo has an E section, right? That's how you spell bingo.
No, but no, that's not how it works.
I thought we were playing bingy.
Binge. Playing binge. Binging on the game.
It'd be a real bitch move if he didn't shoot Trays when he was in the exact position, but he just shoots
Yeah.
Zex.
リリーナ、 と思ったな。
いいえ、まだ終わってはいません。
私は今の考えを変えるつもりはない。
Yeah, this is the rec room. Welcome to the rec room.
我がリーブラはこの大舞台を受けて立たねばならんのだ。
すぐにやめてください。こんなことは無意味です。
無意味などではない。たとえ後世に恥じる行為だとしても、この戦闘には十分すぎる意味があるのだ。
お兄さん。
Does it?
I mean, yeah, now at this point it does. Doesn't matter how it started anymore, now it's where it's at.
これ以上他人を巻き込むな。この戦いにはもっと多くの人間を巻き込まなくてはならない。全人類規模の問題なのだ。それが地球生まれの貴様がコロニーの代表者となった理由か。コロニーは戦う意志に翻弄され、武装化の道を進み、私を指導者として選んだのだ。それが不服と思うならば、コロニー生まれのお前がホワイトファングの指揮を取れ。
Take that, that'll teach you.
さもなくは私の同志となれ。
Okay. It reminds me of what we said in Seda when we were recording that. It's like, if you don't like us kidnapping people, you should join up and kidnap some more people.
Well, I mean, it's the idea that it would have a not space noid, someone from the colonies leading and representing the colonies rather than an Earth person.
Wow. That's a pose, all right.
And I mean, I also get what he's saying, that we have to involve as many people as possible. Because if this was a small conflict, nobody would learn anything. You'd say, oh, it's just those guys. Now it's literally everybody. Fucking everybody. How did
Why?
I,
You had to
leader of
follow
this
his
operation,
orders.
get so powerless?
お前らしい呼び方だな。それが答えか。
Legitimately, you should stop putting the gun down if you're just gonna keep aiming it at me.
戦わなければ戦いの愚かさは分からぬものだ。
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
それを分からせなければならない。なぜそんな役割を引き受けた。かつてのコロニー指導者ヒーローユイは。
Yeah, that sounds like the old adage, fighting a war is like fucking for virginity. Fighting a war for peace is like fucking for virginity.
Well, I mean, if you just lay on top of each other and one of you bounces on the bed, like a third person bounces on the bed, you could do it. There are words for it that I'm not going to get into. You can, though. In fact, you can't sue for peace without war.
You don't have to fight the war in the first place.
Well, then you didn't have peace, though, probably before that.
Oh, you had peace. Because you weren't fighting a war.
There's no such thing as peace. There's just periods without war.
That's peace.
No, that's just... Wow, it was a hologram. Did not remember that. Also implies that they had a hologram technology.
Yeah, well, that was a...
Yeah, I had no idea Hero would shoot me or not. I ain't fucking standing in front of a gun.
Yeah. He's not that
lock
stupid,
that
just...
room, please.
Yeah.
Probably didn't. Probably let him run around. Conversely, you already shot the Earth once. Just fire the gun at them.
Yeah.
Also, he's not your friend.
Yeah.
We know this. Very confusing, though. This span of Trey's looks like an older man. Milliardo looks maybe young teens, and Dorothy looks like maybe older teens. But they're all exactly the same age, apparently. They all used to play as kids together.
Making for the perfect target.
Like I said, the speed that he crosses over to Libra is the speed that Zex in Epyon could have just destroyed the Peace Million. It also implies that these mobile suits are faster than the beam they fire from Libra.
ビルゴ隊を出せ。今の命令は撤回する。ミリアルド司令。あのトールギスだ。おそらく乗っているのはこちら世界国家元首トレーズ・クシリナーだ。私はホワイトファング指導者ミリアルド・ピースクラフト司令に決闘を申し入れる。決闘だと
And already we know from the next time on, no.
正気か。いや、これが奴の常套手段なんだ。
トレーズ様。
Oh, okay.
Well, we saw her wake up. Of course, you know, the scenes that must have happened. Her finding an outfit to wear, her sneaking out of the hospital without anybody noticing.
君の答えは同時にこの戦いに対する回答であることも忘れないでくれたまえ。決闘は断る。
なぜですか、ミリアルド様。
私はオズの兵士ではない。騎士道などというものとは無関係の位置にいる。
That's why I shot Mount Chivalry.
革命の意志を背負っているのだ。軽々しく決闘などでコロニー市民の運命を決定することなど断じてできない。なるほど。正しい選択だ。とりあえず我々の進む道を邪魔する者は全て排除する。ミリアルド、我々の後ろには地球がある。我々は退かない。
Yeah, it also means that all of your ships are in line with a shot towards the Earth.
Yeah.
If we ever fire the beam at you, it's gonna go through you and hit the Earth.
目標敵対長機および資源衛星 MO2 あのトールギスを手法で構わん。それがトレーズの意志だ。
ミリアルド様、ご再考願います。トレーズ様を撃つことだけはどうかおやめください。
カーンズ、トロシーを拘束しろ。
I'm like a 50-year-old man, and she's like a 20-year-old girl. I don't think this is happening.
Yeah.
ミリアルド様。
マイル。敵対長機向かってきます。見事な覚悟だ、トレーズ。手法発射準備完了。
Where were you yesterday, my man? This is aiming of the highest pedigree.
さあ撃つがいい。地球と宇宙の平和のために。 私の敵は地球であり、地球の代表者たるトレーズ貴様なのだ。カウントダウン開始します。変わってくれ。トレーズはこの私の手で決着をつける。あっ。
Again, the element that you also play is kids together. Even though we already saw him push the button.
Yeah.
So who was piloting that? I mean, it was somebody from that station on Earth, but who? And you still suck at aiming.
Yeah. Oh.
And conceivably, some of that shot still went on to hit the Earth. Oh, Lydia, no, duh. I don't know why he was even questioning it.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that I instantly recognized it was Lydian by the purple-pink outfit.
Yeah. Why does Dorothy... Oh, I guess Dorothy wants to keep the war going. That's why she doesn't want to kill him.
Well, again, Treize is also a friend. That would be like 5 episodes. 140 minutes.
Yeah, I guess.
And there's only 3 episodes left, so... How many people would be dead if there was just any sniper anywhere?
Yeah.
People always get out of their cockpits, people always just jump around. Conceivably, you're still right in front of Libra, which has all those cannons on the outside of it.
戦いは戦ってこそ美しいものです。
前期に次ぐリーブラを落とせ。
Maybe you should open up and deploy your mobile suits.
Yeah.
Also, why were all those mobile suits deployed? He literally said, retract that order when he said to launch them.
I guess now they deploy very, very fast. So those carriers will be hanging out back and spreading out so they don't get shot by, by the Libra again. We would think they'll learn that lesson.
Oh, I mean, we got an infinite supply. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess technically the only damage that's going to remain constant is what the giant things get. Like, the asteroid has a big old chunk out the side of it now. That's got to remain constant. Yeah. Any hit that the Libra takes has to remain constant.
This is very... Well, it fits the philosophy of the show, right? Oh, I'm gonna have to do this for peace. Oh, like, okay, just shoot the motherfucker in the face.
The idea here is that how do we defeat the cycle of hatred? We create such a mental scar on the face of humanity that it will be impossible to not get over it. Which is technically not so different than one of my favorite books. I think I mentioned it earlier. Well, I might not have. I might have taken that word out. Eon. The entire Earth goes through the World War III, and the survivors are so, mentally scarred by surviving World War III that they can't even conceive of hurting one another ever again.
出撃する5人の少年たち。そこに待ち受けるものは美しくも悲しい決戦場か、それとも血生臭い殺戮の場なのか。あくまで地球への進路を突き進むリーブラ。それに立ちふさがるピースミリオン。巨大な両者の激突はさらなる悲劇を生み出そうとしている。新機動戦機ガンダムウィング第47話激突する宇宙。
First we show you the collision happen in the next time on. Then we name the episode Collision in Space in case you couldn't figure out what happens.
Yeah. Well, I think that might work until you have one or more generations who forget about what's going on, and then it's like, yeah, that happened back then. And
I mean, that doesn't work in Eon because they celebrate. Not they don't celebrate, but people wear patches of where the ancestors came from and everything like that. And also, not for nothing, Eon, they take all the resources from Earth, put it on an asteroid, and make the asteroid the new home. There's no forgetting what happened because we are here.
Oh.
And also at a certain point in Eon, you can digitize your brain to live in a Matrix sort of situation. Because there's so many people alive at that point, most of the population of the place is digital. You have to get certain permissions and whatnot to be a physical person. Because that's mainly what people argue about in Eon is how to use resources. It's that we all agree that we have to get things done. We disagree on how to use the resources to get those things done with.
Yeah. And that could lead to conflict.
Oh, yeah, there is conflict. It just isn't armed conflict or anything. It's more like political conflict.
Often somebody says, well, I could just shoot you or punch you in the face.
Yeah, but I'm fucking immortal. I'll just go back to my digital form. It's there's no point.
Can you be erased, though?
There are things called ghosts, but those are just people that are the records of them have been removed. They still exist. I'm not saying you can't fucking die. It's just the concept is distant. Plus there is an enemy out there. There's another enemy, the Jarts, which are their whole thing is about collecting all the information from the universe for like the final intelligence. They believe like there's an intelligence of like all consciousness at the end of the universe, and they need to collect all the information in across everywhere to collect it for that final intelligence.
Simulation plots.
Well, I mean, they're not wrong in the story of Beyond everything. They're not wrong. There is a final intelligence. That's just the final evolution of life in the universe. Because if you take that, like was it Axis City or whatever, has this whole digital upload of information of everyone's intelligence and everything. It's just like another step to like combine all those intelligences together.
Yeah.
So ultimately, it's just the evolution of all life into one form.
Informatism. That's always the solution.
Well, the element is also, I think I've mentioned this before, the Eon is about the 7th chamber in the asteroid that goes on forever. Because they forget about the element of resettling a new Earth or anything. The Axis City is a moving city going along this infinite space at the end of the asteroid, and they can like use the geometry folds of that infinite space to open up gateways into alternate realities. So there's all these different Earths essentially they can visit. And that's where the Jarts come from. They're like from a different Earth. We're like a flea humanoid species. That's where the Jarts are. Then they've got their whole future intelligence thing. Again, which turns out to be reality, but whatever. And that's where Axis City gets its resources from. They just trade with alternate Earths.
That's interesting.
That's a real good book, and it's also hard sci-fi. So when I say like folded geometry and whatnot, folded spatial geometry, there's actually hard science behind that. It's beyond me to describe it, but it's there.
Yeah. So another episode that gets us one step closer to
the edge. I'm about to break everything you say to me. Sorry. Yeah. Triggering words.
That's basically it. It's like one step and another step and another step. It's like we're getting there. It's gonna be a battle. We're gonna die.
Well, I mean, this is the battle. He literally just said, destroy Libra.
Mm-hmm. It could have been destroyed like 10 episodes ago, but sure, whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, Libra, likewise, could have destroyed them at any point, too. They've just been sitting there watching them build up their forces.
Yep. It's all the ideology of war. It's like, well, we don't really actually want to fight a war to win. We just want to fight the war so that we convince people that war is bad. And it was like, and people are going like, yeah, I didn't notice the war was bad when my village, town, and city got destroyed.
Oh, no.
We were
it's an almost anti-pacifist element, is what it is. The pacifist people on Earth who are willing, like, remember the town where the people just had to leave town? It's like they weren't willing to stand up to prevent the war from happening. They were just pacifists towards it. And I don't mean maybe that's not the right word. They were just passive to it happening. They were willing to just let it happen. These guys are going to fight, where our stuff is going to get ruined. We're going to move on to the next town or whatever. The idea is to mentally scar everybody so that they will be so against the fighting that they'll take actions to prevent it.
Like fighting.
Well, presumably, everyone that's fighting here is going to die. So the people that would take that are so motivated to prevent fighting in the future would also be so anti-it that it would not come to that.
Yeah, that's a pretty thin fig leaf, to say the least.
I don't think it is. Again, imagine that you are the cyber new types from Zeta, right? That you're so terrified of the sky falling that you're going to do anything you can to prevent the sky falling. Well, if everybody is that, then nobody's going to take acts to make the sky fall.
Yeah, except just like pacifism, like total pacifism, just takes a couple of people going like, this is bullshit.
But they're not going to be, though. Again, that's the whole element of putting like into the mental.
That is what you're supposing that's what's going to happen. But I'm
not supposing that's what's going to happen. I'm saying that's their intent.
Yeah, but it's pretty flawed logic.
I don't know. It's better than most. When I say most, I mean other Gundam solutions to this problem. Ironically, I think it's Universal Century Gundam that is the only one that doesn't try to solve this problem. It's the natural state to keep getting into fights, so we're just going to keep showing fight after fight. Whereas other Gundams are like, well, how do we solve this? I think Gundam Seed is obviously the one that addresses it more clearly because it says everything out loud.
This is the problem, yeah.
And then Gundam Wing tries it too. Gundam 00, when we get there, has its own thing it's trying to solve for the same problem. I don't know about the ones I've never seen before. Iron Blooded Orphans doesn't. Iron Blooded Orphans isn't about this problem. It's about a different problem. It's trying to solve a completely different problem, just with Gundams. I guess technically, Witch from Mercury isn't trying to solve this problem either, because that's more of a corporate thing. Well, because Witch from Mercury is supposed to be, let's try and solve for current real-world problems, not old-school war is bad problems.
Well done. That's all I have to say about this episode.
Shut up when I'm talking to you. Shut up. Sorry, Linkin Park.
That's it.
I know, I'm still going in my head, and I can't step closer to the edge, and I'm over to break. Alright, well, with all of that said, once again, I have been Theta, this has been Lessons, we've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?